And I thank you for having watched.
Thanks for coming out to Monday's video. I just want to say a big thank you for any time that you've spent here in the past and in the future, and I hope you continue to come out and check out my videos. I do have all of my videos collated into different playlists, so if you're ever curious, just go to that and you can see what I've done. We're going to be looking at Kyutama number 77 for the Kajishi Voyager, and it's a Leo minor constellation, which will give a big clue on what we're going to be looking at today. And so yeah, we're going to get to the video in just one sec. I just want to again say thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great time. Tom's here with his toys. He's here to share. So let's go play. Bye. Alright, so now we're going to be looking at Kyutama number 77, the Kajishi Voyager. It is the Leo Minor constellation, which will give you an idea of what we're going to see when we look at this guy a little closer here. As you can see, I've increased the size of my workspace quite a bit. It doesn't seem like it, but trust me. Got a lot more room to work with, so we'll be able to do a lot more. So let's go ahead and pull up the Kajishi Voyager's thing here so we can look at the constellation symbol inside. There we go. So that's our Leo Minor constellation there. Nice. Now we can pull them over. And on the back we have our Kajishi Voyager Ranger, so the Red Ranger. And to give you a little backstory on this, the Kajishi Voyager, it starts off the show, you find out that it's actually the Red Ranger's kind of like pal from long ago, from when he was a young kid, and that it's actually sentient on its own, and it was small at first. It was, you know, palm size. It does increase its size and all that kind of stuff to help Lucky, as the show goes on, of course, when he is reintroduced. And yeah, so what ends up happening is Lucky becomes the pilot for it as its full-on Voyager mode. So let's go ahead and move this over to the center here. We're going to pull in the other Kyutama now. So let's see. Here's the other Red Ranger Kyutama. Let's go ahead and see if it'll focus there. So, different. I should hope so, because they're not the same guy, but the red, even though it doesn't look like it, is a deeper red on the Kajishi Voyager's Kyutama. Alright, so let's go ahead and start lining up the Kyutama in the back here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. There is a lot of Kyutama here. So this is 12 Kyutama there. So yeah, like I said, you can with the DX toy for sure. I'm not sure if you could with the candy toy. You probably could. But with the DX toy, you could get all 88 Kyutama plus Kyutama 111. I will explain Kyutama 111 and the joke that's therein when we get to it. But yeah, so this is 12 of the Kyutama lined up. And as you can see, the specialty Kyutama for special Voyagers is gold. So yeah, that denotes that it does something special usually, or that it's a special vehicle, or, you know, XYZ kind of deal. So let's go ahead and pull in the Kajishi Voyager right quick. He's a little lion. Bet you're surprised. Wiggle his butt at you. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at the face. Some of that cool sticker details that are on there. So there were two sticker options. I went with the, let me remove this and you'll see. There we go. I went with the silvery sticker there. You could put a blue one on. You could put a face, you could put a different face on here too. But, oh, okay, why isn't it not sticking on there? There we go. But yeah, I went with the one where you saw the eyes inside the head rather than they had one where the eyes weren't cut out yet, kind of deal. but I thought this looked better. So that's our Kajishi Voyager. So we're going to head and we'll stick this guy on. And it goes on like this. So it kind of makes a full circle there, like you do see with some of the other Voyager things. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut this real quick and we'll pull in the other Voyagers. And we'll get them all on camera at once. Alright, so here they are, all on the table. Thank God I have a bigger space. I don't have a backdrop just yet. I'm figuring that part out. I have an idea of what I want to do, but so, you know, ignore the wood paneling on the back wall there. Anyways, this is our 12 Voyagers that we currently have seen, or at least their kyutamas we've seen. And as you can see, Kajishi is not the smallest. He is somewhere between the Shishi Voyager and the like the wolf in the bowl, that size kind of deal, and the bear. So he's kind of like a medium large. Because if you go with the dragon being large, then you got, you know, a small large, I guess, with the Shishi, medium large, medium, and then small. That was a weird explanation. I apologize. But that's the only one my brain came up with. But yeah, the Shishi Voyager doesn't look too bad with everyone else. It matches up very well with the Shishi Voyager, not surprising, seeing as we are actually going to be seeing a combination of the two in just a moment. But yeah, he kind of stands out from the crowd due to being red and white with only just small touches of gold. But he doesn't stand out in a bad way. He stands out and fits in at the same time just due to being similar to his big bro, not really, but that's what I'm calling it at the moment, Shishi Voyager. So let's go ahead and zoom back in on the table here. And we'll tilt the camera back down to where I usually have it. And here we go. Alright guys, head off to the side. So the Kajishi Voyager can combine with the Shishi Voyager to make the Super Shishi Voyager. Yeah, naming sense is not so great on this one. So we need to actually keep certain guys here. We need yellow, we need black, of course we need the red, the Shishi, we need green to stay around, we need Kajishi, and we're going to need the wolf. Everyone else, you can go away for now. Alright, so to make the Super Shishi Voyager, what we need to do is actually remove the kyutama here. Oh, and this is supposed to be like this. And then we're going to take Kajishi's and we're going to slot that in instead. Now we can flip these around. We need to remove this face. And we're going to remove the kyutamas from green and the other four here, or other three. And we're going to put them in where they would go normally when he is Kurino. And we're just going to set those guys off to the side because we don't need them at the moment. So, and this is all the prep we need for the Shishi Voyager. So he's ready to go. And we're going to pull apart Kajishi here. So we're going to separate the back and we're going to take off the face. Lift this up. You can see there's two pegs here and they're actually going to connect to the two feet there, like so. Then you're going to take the tail and you're going to stick it on the back legs. Like this. There's only one way it'll fit on the mini plot. I don't know if it fits any other way on the DX toy, but it only fits with the tail pointing back on the mini plot. There's nothing else you can do. So now we can take the head of Kajishi and we'll connect it to the front here. And we're going to take Shishi's head and we are actually going to take and plug it in down here. like that. That's mostly so you don't lose it. At least that's what I do with it, so I don't lose it. But this is our Super Kajishi Voyager. It's kind of cool. A little silly, but I like it. It gets a new chest-looking piece. The head is, you know, more lion-y, I guess, with a bigger mane. Got the kyutamas just sitting here. Sorry. That was a weird hiccup. Yeah, this is our Super Kajishi Voyager. He's got a tail, so he looks a little bit more like an animal now. And he can still, of course, whoosh through the skies and come on down, and he can walk now. I guess he could walk before, but now it looks more like these feet were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these feet are gonna walk all over you. Anyways, sorry. We're going to go ahead and take this guy apart again, and we're going to actually make the other combined form they have, Super Kyuranger. So we're already pretty much there, as you can tell. And let's go ahead and let's back the camera up so we'll be able to see a little bit more. There we go. That's better. So we're going to take and, you know, make everyone into their limbs. Lay it down, stick you on, and stick him on. And now he's got his feet and legs. Let's go ahead and move him forward, and we will stick on Kajishi, and we'll stick on, oh, almost forgot. Come on, you, move down. There we go. Stick on this, and then what we do here is we're going to take and, just like the regular Kajishi Voyager, you swing the head around. We're going to drop the face and spread out the crest. And that'll give us our new head. We'll go ahead and take a look at the head real quick before we put the other parts on. Not too different from the regular head. A little more ornate with the top though. And okay, so now what we need to do is we need to take this piece, and this stays like this, and we're going to hook it onto his back again, like that. And then you take and we're going to swing the tail all the way forward so it looks like a gun. Lift up this arm, like so. And we'll just do that. And using one of these pegs on the bottom feet, we're going to actually connect it to the backpack piece right here. You can put it on either side. I just put it on that one. And put this up a little bit more. Now he's ready. He's got his cannon connected and good to go. The DX toy pulls this off just a little bit better. You don't have to lift this arm so much to do it. So I think it pulls it off just a little bit better, but at the same time, you know, it's not a bad look for Kyuranger. Why does my phone always go off as I'm recording? Then when I'm not recording, no one wants to speak to me. Anyways, so this is our Super Kyuranger. But you can't guess what he finishes the bad guys off with. You only have to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky, punk? Well, are you? Okay, look, I know it's the wrong quote, but still. Alright, so like I said, the DX toy does pull it off a little bit better. It's nice that it does have the storage here for the face, so you don't have to worry about, you know, setting it aside, possibly forgetting where you put it. But like I said, I do actually enjoy this appearance. I don't usually, you know, display them this way. Like I said, there's another form I like to display these guys in. Well, yeah, it's not bad. He looks, you know, starting to look that little bit ridiculous Super Sentai. You know, we got a bigger, stronger form, so now we got a bigger, stronger helmet. And let's go ahead and pause here real quick, and we're going to pull Ryoteo in so we can just get a side-by-side with them. So one sec. Alright, here we go. So we have our Super Kyurano next to Ryoteo. I like how they always end with O's usually. Yeah, they look good together still. There is, unfortunately, no real way to connect Ryoteo and Super Kyurano together. It just doesn't have the combination ports, and so you can't have a Super Ryotei Kyurano. Wow, that would be a mouthful, anyways. So yeah, so this is our two mecha currently with their upgrades, so to speak. You know, even though Ryoteo doesn't really ever get an upgrade, he just gets combination points with Kyurano. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull him off. Put you center stage again, Super Kyurano, because you're a diva and everyone knows it. Sorry, I'm still having fun and playing, even though I promised myself I wouldn't. So in this form, there is something that has to be, you have to find either a display or a storage option for, and that is the other kyutama. That's right. That's just what we wanted to see. Let's go ahead and get this. Unfortunately, even if you do buy the set 2, which, you know, for the scorpion and all that kind of stuff, if you want to do a display like I usually do, where you don't have more than one version of a character out at a time, so like you're never going to see two Ryoteos or two Kyuranos or whatever in my display usually. I only have one exception for that, and that is with the Lupin and Pat Rangers. Oh, it doesn't want to stay up there. Oh, fine, bird. So at this time, if you're displaying them, you will not be displaying two Kyuranos. So you'll have three guys who are just kind of there. And that's actually kind of what happens the whole way through. We're going to just have three guys that are just kind of there. But yeah, so like I said, the only time that I have something set up where I have two of the same main body components is with the Lupin versus Pat Rangers line, and that is just because there are two teams of Rangers in that, and they share a centralized Zord. So it'd be like if Kyurano was the main body for Kyurano and the main body for Ryoteo at the same time. They do not use the Zord at the same time, but you know, I wanted to display the Pat Ranger Zord and the Lupin Ranger Zord at the same time, so you kind of have to display them with you know, the same central body. There are some changes to differentiate them. But yeah, so like with this line, I wouldn't be displaying two different Kyuranos. So even though I do have an extra Scorpion, I wouldn't have this Kyurano displayed next to a Kyurano using, you know, these guys and an extra Scorpion, just because that would have, you know, two Scorpions and two Shishis on at the same time. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I wouldn't be displaying them with the two Kyuranos and two Sentai Voyagers up at the same time. So it's not bad though. I have a lot of, you know, loose components displayed in a sense. I should show you my display here. One second. Let's see if we turn. There we go up. So there's all the other Zords. Can't see them all, but as you can see, like, you know, there's our Rio Soldiers, and my Kyur Majors are over on that shelf, and they have a lot of loose Zords. But yeah, so not a bad run on this guy. Quite like him. We're going to go ahead and stop the review here, and and we'll do it just now. Hello. Hello. Is it Kajishi you're looking for? He can see it in your eyes. He can feel it in your touch. And suddenly, kyutama Jin. God damn it. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.